gents, how's it going? It's been a long time since we've made a little video like this, just a one-to-one chat from me to you. So I thought it was long overdue. First of all, just to say, make sure you watch this video to the very end, because there's a few important updates that we're going to be talking about, and also doing a bit of a giveaway this time, something I've not done for a while. So make sure you stay tuned, and there'll be details at some point either in the middle or the end of the video. So make sure you watch it all the way through. Secondly, Happy New Year. I hope everyone had a relatively good 2020. I know it's not been the most productive year, but hopefully 2021 will be a bit more hopeful, and let's hope that we can return to some sort of normality by the end of the year. But yeah, I hope everyone had a good New Year, and for anyone who's still biking in these wintry months, just make sure you ride safe. So yeah. So just onto the main updates then. The first update, perhaps the biggest one, I know some of you are going to be quite shocked to hear this, but the Kawasaki Ninja that we all know and love has been sold. So there's a few reasons that that's happened. I don't really want to go into all of them, but just to kind of briefly mention, to be honest, I don't ride as much anymore. You guys remember from my R125 days and FZ6 days, you know, I used to ride quite a lot. I used to commute on the bike. I used to ride through winter. I don't really do that anymore. I use the car for commuting now. So the bike's just for summary days. So just generally speaking, I'm riding it a lot less. Another reason is there's been, unfortunately, multiple theft attempts that I've had recently. 2 or 3. I had 2 within 3 weeks. One of them was in broad daylight, and if I'm not riding over winter, you know, it's just going to keep going on all winter, and I just didn't want to be dealing with that you know, throughout the winter, just constant theft attempts. So that was another reason, because I thought it's going to be sat there for 7 months. I don't really ride over winter until April, May, and because of the amount of theft that's going on, it's something I'm going to have to think about going forward. But it was another factor in the decision making. And the third reason is actually there's been a few personal changes in Dan the Two-Wheeler's life. So yeah, some priorities have changed, and specifically there's been a new addition to the family. So there is now a Mrs. Two-Wheeler, as you've probably seen from the thumbnail. So Mrs. Two-Wheeler, come in, say hello to the people. So welcome, Mrs. Two-Wheeler. Meet YouTube, and YouTube meet Mrs. Two-Wheeler. So yeah, just a few priority changes. Obviously we're busy doing things now, so I'm not on the bike as much as I used to be. Got a few of the general life things that we're working on. So yeah, just not as much time, but at least it's something new, something exciting. So yeah, I just wanted to do that quick introduction for you guys. So I know you guys probably got quite a few questions in terms of what I've just talked about. I'll try and answer perhaps the main questions, but if I don't cover everything, then just feel free to drop a comment or send me a message on Instagram or something. But I think perhaps people are going to wonder who I sold the bike to. So was it a subscriber? Was it just a random person? I actually sold it back to the dealer that I got it from. So it was actually the same sales manager that sold me the bike. I sold it back to him. And I was actually taking it in for a service, and I just kind of mentioned it, and he actually offered a really, really good price. So normally dealers give you, you know, they give you next to nothing to buy bikes back, but this guy actually gave me a really, really good price for the Ninja. So I thought, considering all the other factors and the price, it was just a good thing to do. So yeah, I made the decision. It was quite smooth, and yeah, it's all sorted now. It's all done. So over winter, at least I'm not worrying about the bike in terms of theft and stuff. And then when we come into the new year, we'll or the next few months when we get into the riding season, we'll pick it up again. The second main question I think I'm going to get asked is this the end of Dan the Two-Wheeler? No, it's not the end of Dan the Two-Wheeler, so don't worry about that. There's still going to be content coming out. There's still going to be videos, and I've got a good few ideas as we get back into the riding season and we get into spring, summer. Now, I'm aware that that's a few months away, so there might be a gap of content on this channel. So I've done a few things to try and address that. Firstly, I've kind of gone on and fully updated the channel. So I've made playlists for you guys. So if you scroll through my channel now on the page, you'll see that there's a full playlist just of videos for the R125 if you want to see that. There's a full playlist of videos on the FZ6 and the Ninja as well. So if you want to just see any videos from those bikes, you can just go into that playlist, and all the videos I've made for that bike will be there. I think I've also done one for test rides as well. So if you want to see me freaking out on a 600cc because it's the first time I've ridden one, then you can see that. And yeah, just organize the channel a bit more so it's a bit easier to see. The second main thing I've done in light of the fact that there's going to be a gap of content on here is I'm picking up my second channel again. So some of you might know that I've got a second channel, some of you might not, but I've also got a car as well. I'm quite into cars. So surprisingly, the second channel is called Dan the Four Wheeler, and you can go on there, and if you're into cars and you think you're interested in that and you still want to see some content coming out over these wintry months when I'm not going to be putting anything on this main channel, then you can head over to there, make sure you subscribe, and just check out the videos I've been making. There's going to be quite a few exciting things coming on there now. So I did make a video when I first bought my Mark V GTI at this time last year, and then I didn't really put anything out over the course of the year, but I've not really done much to the car. So that's changing now. I'm doing a lot of work to the car. I've been doing a lot of maintenance stuff on it, and now we're starting to get onto some proper upgrades. So the next few videos you're going to see on that channel, there's going to be a full turbo back exhaust going on. There's going to be a Revo intake. I'm going to get a full injector clean, and possibly a stage 2 map as well. So that's all going to be coming in the next few weeks on that channel. So make sure you head over there now, subscribe, and at least you've got some content coming out from me on that channel rather than this one. And yeah, so just generally just want to thank everyone for watching and supporting the channel. We hit 12,000 subscribers in this last year. Let's see what we get to by the end of 2021. But yeah, just to thank you guys, I'm doing a giveaway which I've not done for a while, so we'll come to that in just a second. Just before that, I just want to answer a few commonly asked questions that I get, generally speaking, so not specifically about what I've announced just now, but just commonly asked questions that I get all the time. So just a few key ones. So what's the first one?
So first question, on the FZ6, do you need an A2 or a full license to ride it?
So yeah, so this is a really commonly asked question I get. A lot of people came to the channel for the FZ6, and everyone always sends me DMs, comments, everything. Do you need a full license to ride the FZ6, or can you ride it on an A2? The simple answer is yes, you need a full license. The bike, I think, puts out 96 brake horsepower. Oh no, the bike puts out 98 brake horsepower, which is above the 96 restricted limit for the A2. So it can't be restricted enough to meet the A2 requirements. So you do need a full license to ride that bike. So just to clear that up, because a lot of people are wondering if I had an A2. But yeah, you need a full license, unfortunately. What's the next one?
What do you think about the FZ6 as a next bike after the 125?
Yeah, so what do you think about the FZ6 as the next bike? So I think it's a really good bike to upgrade to, but keep in mind what I just said, it's not an A2 bike. So if you've just come from a 125 and you're looking to upgrade, you might only have the A2 license, so I'd perhaps look at things like the MT-07 or the Street Triple and restrict them back, because you're not going to be able to ride this on an A2. If you've got a full license and you're just looking to move up to something and you're on a bit of a budget, then definitely it's a really good bike. I think I fixed mine up for about £2,000. So yeah, really good bike for the money you're paying for. You guys saw the spec on mine. It was really nice with the exhaust on, and a few other bits as well. So yeah, if you're on a budget and you've got a full license, definitely. If you're on an A2, then perhaps look at the MT-07 or the Street Triple instead.
Another question, how did you take the decibel killer out of the exhaust on your Kawasaki Ninja?
So yeah, a lot of people saw on the Ninja, I made a video with the exhaust and the decibel killer was out, and I got loads of questions as to how to take this out. For people who don't have these newer bikes, you probably won't know, but it's an absolute impossible task to take the decibel killer out. They've made it so hard because of all the Euro 5 regulations. They really don't want you to take decibel killers out. For people who have the bike, you'll know how hard it is to get it out. So I had to take it to my local mechanic. I've known him for years. He's worked on all my bikes, and it took us a good few hours to get it out. So we literally had to, initially we tried drilling through the carbon to see the screw that holds the decibel killer in. That took long enough in itself, just to try and get it drilled in the right spot. And obviously there's risk of damaging the carbon, damaging the exhaust. We managed to make a hole, and we could see the actual screw that holds the decibel killer in. But on these new bikes, they've actually spot welded the screw, so you can't even turn it. And you can't really get like an axle grinder into that smaller hole to break the weld. So we had to actually screw through all the rivets on the end of the exhaust, pull the end can off, get the whole exhaust off the bike, which means you're messing around with the servo and that sort of thing. And then once you finally get it off the bike and you can see the spot weld, get an axle grinder, grind off the spot weld, undo the screw, take the decibel killer out, and then you're going to kind of put it all back together again and re-rivet the end can back onto the exhaust and then fit it back to the bike. So it's not an easy task at all. Was it worth it? Yeah, definitely. There's a massive difference in sound. But in terms of if you take it to any garage, a lot of places won't do it because there's risk of damaging the exhaust, and some people have completely ruined their exhaust whilst they've been trying to do it. So you need to find someone that you really trust to do it, and also just be aware of the risk that you could end up without an exhaust at the end of it. So it's kind of it's catch-22. Do you want to do it? Do you not want to? Perhaps you might want to just buy a completely different exhaust. That's kind of an open end on, like an SC Projects exhaust or something like that. So yeah, not easy, but for me it was definitely worth it.
Okay, so going on from that question about the decibel killer, after you got your new exhaust, did you also have a map done?
Yeah, so people asking about that. I didn't do any sort of map or any sort of tune once I got the exhaust fader or got the decibel killer out. But having said that, the exhaust was put on at the dealer, so I'm not sure if they would have done a tune when they initially fitted it. But I didn't do anything personally, and once I took the decibel killer out, it still ran fine. There was no issues. It never really cut out. Didn't have any issues with back pressure. So for me it was fine. But yeah, I'm not sure if the dealer did a bit of a tune when they put it on, so you might want to look into that.
Okay, and the final question, which is not really bike related, but what do you use to edit your videos?
So at the moment I use Adobe Premiere Pro to edit videos. I used to use Adobe After Effects, but I switched over to Adobe Premiere Pro just because it's a bit easier to use, a bit more friendly. So all my whole workflow's on there now, so I'm quite used to it. So yeah, those are kind of the most commonly asked questions I get. There's still many others. If you go on my Instagram page, you'll see I've done a story that's in my highlights for FAQs. And if not, just drop me a DM, drop me a comment, and I'll try and answer it. So yeah, I think just going on to the giveaway then, just to say thanks to you guys. I'm giving away 3 Sports Bike Shop vouchers, £20 each. So basically, to enter the giveaway, we're doing it on Instagram, so you have to have an Instagram account. Just follow my main page, Dan the 2-wheeler. Follow the second page, Dan the 4-wheeler, and then on my main page I'm going to put a post up at the same time that this video is going up. And just comment on that post and just tag at least one other person in that you think might want to win one of these vouchers. Once you've done all of that, just drop me a DM and I'll give you a number. So each person will get a number, and then when we've got everyone that's entered, after 1 week it's going to close. So however many people have done that in a week and sent me a message, they'll be assigned a number. And then perhaps on Instagram Live or on my stories, I'll pick the 3 people to get the £20 vouchers each. And then I'll message you a DM and let you know how you can get the code and stuff. So yeah, just to say thanks for watching and supporting. Like I said, bear with over the next few months. There might not be as much content on here, but head over to the second channel. Feel free to check that stuff out, and then if you want to watch the playlist and stuff, and then we'll see what happens when we get back into the riding season. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and from me and Mrs. 2-wheeler, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
This is Land on the side.